So you telling me United States codes don't work?
No, I'm telling you, you don't know them.
For the record, I am DeMarcus Bay, the implied surety for DeMarcus Contrail Brown. And I would like to file a motion in the court for additional 30 days for me to seek counsel. Is the defendant in error free to go? My name is not spelled in all capital letters. Matter of fact, I filed a notice of acceptance of your oath of office.
All right, DeMarcus can.
But we are going to be submitting a withdrawal to you. You should have it shortly.
All right, Mr. Brown, are you represented by somebody else?
Yeah. For the record, I am DeMarcus Bay, the implied surety for DeMarcus Contrail Brown. And I would like to file a motion in the court for additional 30 days for me to seek counsel.
Okay, so Mr. Bay,
Yes.
aka Marcus Contrail Brown, so you're seeking a continuance to get new counsel?
Welcome back, guys. This one's a wild ride. Today we're watching a guy walk into court and basically try to secede from reality. He starts throwing around terms like foreign national and private citizen like he's casting legal spells, but spoiler alert, none of it works. And then out of nowhere, he calls up his buddy who's somehow even more clueless to act as his attorney, despite not having any law license or honestly a basic grip on how court works. It's like watching two guys build a legal defense out of refrigerator magnets and Facebook quotes. And the judge, she's done. You can see her soul leave the room mid-hearing. Should courts start charging stupidity fees, or is public embarrassment punishment enough? Let's dive in.
Yes.
Okay, do you have someone in mind, sir?
I not right now. I'm seeking counsel.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to give you a continuance for 30 days, or I'm sorry, until January 5th. But by that time, you need to have counsel on board when they come back so that they can talk to the state to determine if there's anything they can work out on your case, or if they need to get all of the information necessary for a trial, if that's what you choose to do. So by January 5th, I will expect that you will have counsel.
Well, I have paperwork on the docket that haven't been rebutted. I have affidavits of truth that haven't been rebutted.
Okay, sir, we don't do affidavits. People have to appear in person because there's a confrontation clause in the United States Constitution that says witnesses, you have the right to confront witnesses in person. So we don't do affidavits, okay? If you have witnesses that are going to present testimony or evidence on your behalf, then you have to have them come to court and be sworn in and testify at that time, okay? So we're not doing any dismissing and all of that stuff. No, sir. When you get your counsel, they'll be able to discuss it with the state, and then y'all can present whatever to the court.
And the accusing deputy must be present too, right? Okay.
So the people always say that, but here's the thing. The state gets to choose whatever witnesses they wish to bring, just like your side gets to choose whatever witnesses you wish to bring. You can't rely on them to bring the person that you want. So if you want to subpoena someone to appear for trial, then you need to subpoena them. You cannot rely on the state to bring your witness. Okay.
Okay. I got you.
So, all right. Anything else?
And jurisdiction can't be challenged at any time, right?
No, sir. Jurisdiction rests with this court because this is where the locus of the incident is.
Well,
Mr. Bay, let me just explain something to you. Mr. Bay, listen to me.
Okay.
I went to school for 3 years for this. That's full time. If I had gone part-time, it would have been 4 or 5 years. And I have been working since, oh Lord, I ain't gonna give my age, but I've been a lawyer and a judge for quite some time. I've been a judge for 10 years as of this year. A lot of times people come before me.
This feels less like a legal defense and more like a delay tactic wrapped in delusion. Sovereign citizens always pulled the same routine: invoke imaginary jurisdictions, reject the court's authority, and then act shocked when it doesn't work. Courts should have ruled repeatedly that these arguments are legally meaningless. Judges aren't obligated to entertain pseudo-law. At this point, it's like watching someone confidently submit monopoly money as bail. Bold, pointless, and somehow still entertaining.
Because they've learned stuff from other people, or they've gone online, or they've read it themselves. But I tell you, it doesn't work the way you think it works. And so there's a set of statutes, cases, procedures, all of those things that we have to learn. In fact, let me show you something.
Well, how do you have...
Wait. You see this book right here?
Uh-huh.
This is just this year's edition of all the stuff that I have to be able to find to figure out what's going on in your case. This is just this year's edition. And I got a book like this that includes evidence and procedure. I got a whole wall of books. So when you come in here challenging jurisdiction and all of this stuff people have taught you, it's not
books. Can I show you my Black Law Dictionary?
No, sir. Because Black's Law, that's a dictionary. That's not the full case. You know, you come in with all of these ideas about how you think the law works, but every lawyer in here has done at least 3 years of law school and trainings, trials, all of those things. So you're not going to change the way we do things. So the best thing to do is to get an attorney who can talk to the state about your case, and then we can get this resolved. Your case is pretty simple. You got traffic offenses.
Well, I still want you to prove on the record that you have subject matter jurisdiction, personal jurisdiction.
I'm not proving anything on the record, sir. I wear the robe. They put me in this position. I've been here 10 years. If I didn't have subject matter jurisdiction, I wouldn't be here.
So you say it's not a difference between public and private for the record. There's no difference.
Sir, get an attorney.
Okay, all right. January 5th.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And Mr. Bay/Brown, you've indicated that you wish to have an attorney, so I'm going to rely on the fact that you're going to have an attorney. Don't come back here with the same stuff, and I already told you it's not going to work.
So you're telling me United States codes don't work?
No, I'm telling you don't know them. So first of all, right here. The United States codes don't work in Georgia because Georgia has its own code, OCGA.
So the meaning of driver is different in Georgia.
Yes, sir.
But according to 49.
Mr. Bay, I'm not doing this with you. Get an attorney.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. You're free to go. We'll see you on January 5th at 11 a.m. So DeMarcus Contrell Brown.
I have interest in that matter. Is the defendant in error free to go?
If the who, what?
Is the defendant in error free to go?
No.
Well, let the record show the defendant in error is ordered to state and participate.
Okay, who is the defendant in error? That's a new one for me.
The all cap name is trust that I am a beneficiary of. My name is not spelled in all capital letters. I have a court order decree saying that.
This man really pulled up with his unqualified friend like it's a group project and not a criminal defense. There's a reason the Sixth Amendment gives you the right to qualified counsel, not just whoever carpooled with you to court. Letting your buddy speak for you in a felony hearing is like handing your dentist the controls of a plane mid-flight. It's not brave, it's not rebellious, it's just courtroom roulette with 0 bullets in your legal chamber.
Okay, Mr. Bay. Mr. Bay, do you have an attorney representing you, sir?
Attorney General, my Attorney General is online. You may speak to me, sir.
Is the Attorney General, Mr. Bay, hold on. Let me ask my question before you tell me something crazy. Is the Attorney General a member of the State Bar of Georgia?
I'm a non-state actor. I'm a foreign national. Matter of fact, I filed
Mr. Bay.
Oath of office.
Mr. Bay, I don't care if you were Alexander Putin, the premier of Russia. If you are in Georgia and you're represented by an attorney, that attorney would have to be a member of the State Bar of Georgia. Foreign national or not. Just as if you went to another country and you had an attorney represent you, that attorney would have to meet the requirements of that country and of that state. Okay, Mr. Attorney, Mr. Bay, hush. Mr. Attorney General.
I'm trying to set a record.
Mr. Bay, Mr. Attorney General, are you a member of the State Bar of Georgia? You want to unmute for me?
Speak, bro. Get off mute.
What's going on is he's a member of a foreign state corporation, basically doing business in Georgia. So
okay,
basically,
sir, that's not what I asked you. No, sir.
I get what you're saying, man.
No, and I get what you're saying, but we're not doing that because that's not how we operate. Those are not the laws under which I am required to conduct court. So we either gonna do it my way or we're gonna put you on the
rules of the court. We understand the rules of the court. I got you.
Okay. Are you a member of the State Bar of Georgia?
You know it's bad when the judge has to compete with a phone call for attention. This isn't small claims, it's not karaoke night, it's court. These guys are treating due process like background noise while they brainstorm their next fake title. It's wild how remote hearings have turned into safe zones for legal cosplay. No eye contact, no accountability, just Wi-Fi and delusion. Honestly, if they had to show up in person, half of these sovereign citizens would fold faster than a lawn chair in a windstorm.
No, I'm not a member of the bar of Georgia.
Okay,
what I'm trying to realize, he's doing business in way in Georgia, and that you need to take consideration on that matter on how he's doing business in Georgia.
He can represent himself, or he can be represented by a member of the State Bar of Georgia, but he cannot have you represent him or purport to represent him. Okay, that's not going to work. All right. So, Mr. Bay, do you wish to choose someone who is a member of the State Bar of Georgia to represent you, or do you wish to represent yourself?
I invoke my right to remain silent as the beneficiary of Demarcus Cottrell Brown estate.
Okay, sir. So, sir, you're invoking your right to remain silent, which means that you do not wish to enter a plea that
I plead to be released.
That would resolve your case today. As such, the court is going to enter a plea of not guilty for you.
I object. You cannot practice law from the bench. Violation 28 U.S.C. 454. Judge practicing law from the bench.
And put you on a trial court, on a trial calendar so that your case may be heard at trial.
I object.
All right, sir. Thank you. You'll get notice in the mail. If anything changes about your if anything changes about your address, then you can go ahead and let us know by coming in.
I demand evidence hearing.
You will have that at the time of the trial,
evidence hearing.
You're not going to have an evidence hearing today because that's not what we're here for. This is
you are dishonorable. I got your oath, Tammy Long.
So, Mr. Bay, I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. You'll have a trial at which time you can have an evidence hearing. You'll get notice in the mail.
You're in violation of Article 6, Section 2 of the Constitution.
Your notice in the mail, then you can appear for hearing with whatever evidence that you wish to present. Although you are not required to present any evidence or testimony because the state has the burden of proving the case against you. Thank you, Mr. Brown. You're free to go at this time. All right, Kevin Jermaine Burrows.
This entire case felt like watching two guys try to argue with gravity, loud, dramatic, and completely disconnected from reality. The judge didn't just stay calm, she maintained absolute control while letting these two walk headfirst into every legal brick wall imaginable. It wasn't just about shutting them down, she gave them enough rope to hang their fake legal playbook. No shouting, no theatrics, just surgical precision. That's how you dismantle nonsense without giving it too much oxygen. There's this myth that sovereign citizens are these fearless rebels challenging the system, but really, it's just ego wrapped in confusion. You don't need a law degree to know you can't roll into court with your friend pretending to be a lawyer because you both watched the same conspiracy documentary. That's not civil disobedience, it's courtroom cosplay and it's embarrassing to watch. The law has structure, precedent, and rules for a reason, and judges are trained to see right through these DIY legal performances. This wasn't just a legal loss, it was a public unmasking. But alright, that's where we'll wrap it up today. If you're into chaotic hearings and courtroom disasters like this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I break down wild cases like this every single day, so drop your thoughts in the comments too. Do you guys think these sovereign citizens really believe what they're saying, or are they just trolling at this point? Either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.